So, we were talking about a lot of intense energies. It is really normal to wake up sometimes in the night and need reassurance that everything's okay. It may be that you finally got enough of the exhaustion out by
hmm
sleeping till now that your body could bring up the things that it really feels you need to clear for it to be healthy and actually use the rest of the night's sleep. It could also just be that this was a time where you're feeling vulnerable. Humans feel vulnerable in the middle of the night. It's just a normal thing. So there's nothing necessarily wrong. But there are some tappings you can do. And I really love to imagine that I'm holding that younger self, if that's what it is an echo of, or holding my present self. Because I don't care how old you are, people can feel lonely
hmm
and isolated.
They
So
can.
imagine holding yourself and just like, I'm here. I know that was scary. Be the parent that you wish your parents could have been.
hmm
Um, and it's a lot easier to be that for ourselves. We can regulate that a lot better than really tired and overwhelmed parents, most of whom are in their way too young, in my opinion, to have children. Children don't come with manuals and they're very confusing. So take a nice, slow, deep breath and send this back in time for all the times you were scared and alone and weren't quite sure how to take care of yourself. And let's do some tapping. Karate chop. Even though this does feel overwhelming,
Even though this does feel overwhelming,
and I'm scared,
and I'm scared,
I choose to take a nice deep breath
I choose to take a nice deep breath
and realize I'm already taking care of myself.
and realize I am already taking care of myself.
I'm paying attention to myself right now.
I'm paying attention to myself right now.
And I'm doing this silly tappy thing
And I'm doing this silly tapping thing
that somehow soothes me.
that somehow soothes me.
And even though I am scared,
And even though I am scared,
most of this fear is from long ago.
most of this fear is from long ago.
Top of the head, I'm safe right here, right now.
I'm safe right here, right now.
Eyebrow, I may be worried.
I may be worried.
Side of the eye, I may be concerned.
I may be concerned.
Under the eye, but I'm safe right here, right now.
I'm safe right here, right now.
Under the nose, I can let my primitive brain look around the room.
I can let my primitive brain look around the room
Chin, and realize there's no danger.
and realize there's no danger.
Collarbone, this is a feeling.
This is a feeling,
Under the arm, feelings are very important.
and feelings are very important.
Top of the head, but they're not always true for right now.
But they're not always true for right now.
Eyebrow, I acknowledge the fear I felt when I was little.
I acknowledge the fear I felt when I was little.
Side of the eye, I was smart to be afraid.
I was smart to be afraid.
Under the eye, the world was pretty overwhelming then.
The world was pretty overwhelming then.
Under the nose, and I love that I can reassure myself now.
And I love that I can reassure myself now.
Chin, I have a lot more power than I did back then.
I have so much more power than I did back then.
Collarbone, and I have the ability to learn new things.
And I have the ability to learn new things
Under the arm and reach out for help.
and reach out for help.
Top of the head, most things can be solved that way.
Most things can be solved that way.
I'm safe right now.
I'm safe right now.
Top of the head, and take a nice deep breath. I do sometimes like to just leave my hand there on the top of your head just for a moment,
Yeah.
especially in the middle of the night. That what Rick was talking about, just holding the point. There's also something called touch and breathe, where you just gently touch an acupressure point and take a nice slow deep breath. Yeah, or you can use your whole hand, whatever's most reassuring for yourself. Um, I think that most of the time we don't feel safe, and it's really hard to argue with our brain about it. Like, no, we're not safe. But if there's an actual burglar in your house right now, don't tap. Call 911 or get out the back door. Um, just because we feel afraid in the moment, we believe it. We tend to believe that the fear is real.
Yeah.
And when I've had a conflict with my boss or something, or one time Rick and I had a conflict and I was feeling so overwhelmed and like really afraid in the middle of the night, I felt like it was life threatening right then and there. But it really wasn't. It really wasn't. If I could get a little bit of sleep and kind of reset things and look at it in the morning, Rick and I are fine. Like we talked it through, we cleared things up. I went and talked to my boss and explained why I was upset. Most of the time we can clear stuff up. I wasn't actually threatened in the middle of the night, even though my brain was screaming that was, some people call them hamsters, like we call them hamsters sometimes, but in the middle of the night, they kind of feel like piranhas. They're kind of eating your head, like it's like, oh my God. So
I think we need to do some more tapping on that. Could you lead us in another round?
Another nice deep breath. Karate chop. Even though it feels like they're piranha in my head.
Oh no. Even though there feels like there's piranha thoughts in my head.
I choose to tell them it's time to go to sleep.
Hey guys, it's time to go to sleep.
I choose to be a firm and loving parent.
I choose to be a firm and loving parent.
And acknowledge how much they care.
And acknowledge how much they care.
And it's time to go to sleep.
And it's time to go to bed.
Top of the head, we are actually safe right now.
We are actually safe right now.
Eyebrow, the solutions we need will be there in the morning.
The solutions we need will be there in the morning.
Side of the eye, worrying about it tonight isn't working.
Worrying about it is not helping.
Under the eye, so I choose to put them to sleep.
So I'm choosing to put them to sleep.
Under the nose, we can worry together in the morning.
We can always worry together in the morning.
Chin, but for right now, it's okay to rest.
For right now, it is okay to rest.
Collarbone, I choose to reassure myself.
I'm choosing to reassure myself.
The arm and send warm, loving thoughts back in time.
And send warm and loving thoughts back in time.
Top of the head, it will be okay.
It will be okay.
Nice deep breath. So if you like the analogy of the bunk beds for the hamsters, imagine that there's a little fishbowl right next to it with little bunk beds, and the piranha are all sleeping with their little tails out the back. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks,
keep
Kathy.
this up. Keep working through these hard feelings because you're lifting the heavy weights right here.
Yeah.
And you're building really good muscles, and you don't have to do it all at once. You can take those baby steps forward, but you're doing a great job.